Lads and ladettes, what's crack-a-lacking? Scoop here keeping you in the loop on Everton, who have lost again. And I'm sorry to say, Ronald Koeman's got to go. I have never seen such a disastrous transfer window from a Premier League side. In fact, if I rack my head hard enough, it just might be the worst transfer window ever of any team in Europe's top 5 leagues. I remember in the summer when they splashed the cash to the tune of 150 million and many pundits were tripping over their feet to congratulate Koeman, whilst fans were getting wet between their legs, anticipating a title challenge. Can I just say, if you're one of those people, you need to hit the black market, package up them drugs and get to hustling, because Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un are about to blow up the world and we all could do with a triple dosing of delusion. Seriously? When Everton concluded their transfer activities, they looked a worse team to me, but even I couldn't foresee a relegation battle. So here are the reasons why Koeman has to be sacked. Point 1. He's created an imbalanced team. From top to bottom, Everton's squad just looks illogical. In Romelu Lukaku, they had a prolific 20-goal season striker who actually reached a new plateau when he found the back of the net 26 times last season. His physical strength and athleticism allowed him to create chances most strikers would need a team to fathom. To replace him with Wayne Rooney, a 32-year-old has-been, who even in his prime only scored 20 or more goals in the Premier League twice, and hasn't played as a striker since the 2014-15 season, was idiotic. No surprise, they have scored the second least amount of goals in the league, which currently stands at 7. To make matters worse, they are barely able to create chances. Like I said, Lukaku alongside the ostracised Ross Barkley often created chances for themselves, and without them, you are left with a paceless, uncreative side. Koeman should have addressed this by signing wingers and playmakers. He didn't. Instead, he signed Davy Klaassen, a scrappy box-to-box midfielder with a knack for scoring goals. Sandro, he's a forward quite similar to Griezmann. He's nippy, works in between the lines, but he's not a pass master. And Gylfi Sigurdsson, an attacking midfielder who barely scores or creates in open play, but is great at set pieces. Too bad Lukaku's gone and the rest of the team stand at 5 foot whatever. Sigurdsson has no one to aim for. Factor in the other midfielders, Morgan Schneiderlin and Idrissa Gueye, who are both defensive in nature, you begin to understand why a lot of sideways, non-threatening passes are made. At the time of talking, Everton have completed the least amount of dribbles in the league. Koeman has since switched to a system of wing-backs to mask a lack of wingers, but when one of them, Cuca Martina, is mediocre and the other, Leighton Baines, is 32, it's not much of a solution. Keeping on the topic of age, Phil Jagielka and Ashley Williams are surely past their peaks, yet both are still valuable members of the first team. It's a damning indicator of poor planning. At the time of speaking, Everton have the 3rd joint worst defence in the league. Point 2. The players are on edge. The boiling point for this was at Goodison Park versus Lyon, where Williams let his frustrations rise to the surface by shoving the goalkeeper Lopez in midair, slapping another player, and sparking a scuffle leading to a fan stupidly throwing his fist like he was fighting Anthony Joshua with a kid in his arms. By the way, I read an article saying that the ex of this stupid fan is considering filing for custody. So for him to have taken that risk, shows how badly things are at Everton. The following game against Arsenal, Williams had to be taken off at half time after nearly getting sent off. Idrissa Gueye eventually did, and despite the scores being 1-1 at half time, it eventually led to a 5-2 home mauling, leaving Everton in their lowest position for 12 years. Final point, I don't think Koeman is good enough to turn this around without more money. And given the amount he's already wasted, I wouldn't trust him with a bucket of water if my house was on fire. At Valencia, he took them, a club who were Michael Essien 1 goal away from the Champions League semi-final, and were involved in the Liga title race in the previous season, to one which was 15th and finished at the bottom of their Champions League group under Koeman's reign. Immediately afterwards, he was sacked from RZ, who under Louis van Gaal's management were Eredivisie champions, but under Koeman lost 7 in 16. Now, I'm not saying Koeman's a bad manager. Spells at Ajax, PSV and Southampton say otherwise. But he's not great, and if Everton are to progress into a top 6 side, he's got to go. That's all for today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell so you get alerted the moment my next video is out. Comment with your thoughts, follow me on these social media platforms, and have a good evening or morning wherever you are in the world. I've been Scoop, and I'm scoping out.